All right, we have made it to week 4. Hard to believe, but a quarter of the college football season is already in the books. Jared Smith, Pete Fiutak here with you on lineups.com. We're going to break down some of the key games, give you some best bets for week 4. And Pete, it's crazy to believe that, a quarter of the season already in the books, but it is college football season. You blink and you miss it, man.
That's what people forget. And it's why, because I do college sports, honestly, I love nothing more than playoff NBA basketball and playoff in the NHL and even baseball. I haven't seen an inning of baseball all year. I'm going to watch every pitch of the playoffs because in the pros, these things go on for 7 months, and there's just no reason to watch a regular season NBA game because the playoffs are so good. College football, though, again, NFL's its own animal. You want to watch all of that. But college football, you're right. All of a sudden, we're a quarter of the way through this thing, and it goes by so fast.
Yeah, and I think this is the first week that I can recall where we have a lot of conference teams really dueling each other. And, this, I don't want to say it's the first week of the season. We had some decent games the first 3 weeks, but it does feel like once the calendar really starts to turn to October, now even in late September, this is when you really not only need to start paying attention, but we have a little bit of data to chew on, which I think makes the handicapping just slightly easier.
Yeah, it's a weird week, too, because you don't have the monster teams out there. Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, I think Florida State. I don't think they're off, but I don't think they're playing very good. I should know that.
I think all of them are off. I know Penn State and Oregon both have a bye going into their game. Oh, no.
Well, and here's the really funky part.
Penn State has a bye before next week's game. Big game.
We say that we're halfway through or a quarter of the way through the season. Some of these schools, Oregon isn't in class yet. There are no students. They've already had some of these UCLA and some of these West Coast schools. They don't start until a week from now. So they're just getting up and going. So it's not even college sports for these guys quite yet.
Yeah. I guess we'll start with some of the key ranked versus ranked matchups this week. I think the first one right out of the gates, noon Eastern, should be a good one. Very early start time out there in Salt Lake City. Texas Tech at Utah. It feels like these are the two best teams in the Big 12, Pete. You get Utah laying 3 and a hook, depending on where you do your shopping. I think Iowa State maybe has a bit of an argument, but I think these are the two best teams in the Big 12. What do we make of this matchup?
Yeah, and this is where it goes to schedules, too, because this is a must-win. Because look at Iowa State's schedule. Iowa State's going 11-1. I mean, I think they miss both these teams. I mean, Iowa State doesn't play anybody who's all that great in the Big 12. My concern is I love Utah. It's been my call all off season. But the problem is I'm basing a lot of that love on that UCLA destruction in week 1. And obviously that was all fake. Yep. So Texas Tech's really good, but they haven't really done anything against anybody. They've got the team. They bought themselves all those transfers. Let's see if it pays off now. Just kind of a complimentary -3 spread on this. Utah at home. I generally do not like giving away points, especially this low. So I'm just going to go Utah outright. And if it's only 3 or even 2.5 in some spots, then just take it and go.
Yeah, it does look like 3 feels like the prevailing number. I saw some 3.5s earlier in the week. I think Texas Tech, based off of their performances, listen, a lot of people were doubting, buying a roster. What's that chemistry going to look like? They've covered 3 whopper spreads so far. And I know
not only the spreads, they are an over machine. That was my best bets of the last 3 weeks have all been Texas Tech and the over because they covered it pretty much by themselves. They're not going to do that in this, but I'm not in love with the 57.5 over because there might be some defense in this. But this could be a 34-31-ish type of shootout. So I like you. I don't love it, but I like it. I like Utah in the 3, giving away the 3.
Yeah, I think Utah just gets it done at home. Kyle Whittingham's got a very good winning percentage at Salt Lake City. It's a tough place to play. It's at altitude. Morton's been playing good football. Quarterback for Texas Tech, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. They've got a lot of different receivers to spread around. Again, this is one of the most expensive rosters in college football in Lubbock, Texas, of all places. I think their defense is playing well, but again, hard to really tell how good they are when they're playing Oregon State and Kent State and they're covering these 30, 40, 50-point spreads. I think Utah, when the pads really start to hit, right?
Yeah.
I think Utah is just a hair better, and this is a conference game, and I do think Whittingham at home feels like the right side, but 3 is... if you get a 2.5, maybe that's the spot.
No, it's not a half. If you go in or out, it's in the NFL. In college, it's either you're in or you're out. It's 3. Once you get to 7, then you start caring about the points. But 3 ain't a thing. So just do it. And if you're like Utah, and if it doesn't miss, it's your fault, not your fault. And that goes to your chemistry, by the way, too. Where yes, if you do have a team full of new guys, that's why you play 3 easy games to get those warm up time in. So we'll see. I will not be shocked if Texas Tech wins this, but again, I'm just not giving away any points.
No, toss up game. I think if you have to play it, to our point, the slight edge goes to Kyle Whittingham at home, where he's got a really good winning percentage.